to BattleBots, the only show where robots aren't here to take your job. They're here to take your life. I'm Chris Rosen. Joining me in the safety of the booth is former UFC star and the one guy you want in your corner when the robots take over, Kenny Florian.
Chris, thank you very much. I should point out, though, I have actually never fought a robot.
Well, don't worry, buddy. The night is still young.
The second half of the season is underway, and every team in the pits has their sights set on making the top 16.
Any team with a loss or two needs to tighten the screws and leave it all in the box for their final fights. Come out in attack mode, use your primary weapon, and be aggressive to impress the selection committee.
Yeah, I get it. And I'm sure we're going to see a lot of that aggression tonight. I expect nothing less from the bots that we have on tonight's fight card. So let's take a look at it.
Check out this monster lineup of lethal weapons from all over the world. Holland, Russia, and the UK are representing here tonight, and it's all headlined by our main event as two-time BattleBots champion Bite Force goes head-to-head with one of the best drivers in the field, Will Bales, and the undefeated Hypershock. Also on the card, Monsoon will continue its reign of terror unless Valkyrie has something to say about it. They're both 1-1 with a knockout under their belt.
Also, we have two BattleBots veterans, Gary Jin and Free Shipping, taking on Xander Rose and Reason Bradley of Bronco. Both teams are desperate for a win, and they'll be pulling out all the stops later tonight.
Bronco stumbled out of the gate this year, and you can bet they're eyeing Free Shipping like a package stamped for a one-way flight to the top of the BattleBox.
And also from Russia, with love, Rainbow is looking to bake Alaska's legendary Yeti.
And kicking things off tonight, one of the nastiest newcomers from Team Waiachi, Hydra, is taking on Dutch crusher, Petunia.
Hydra has stormed onto the scene with a new breed of flipper, but they shouldn't look past Petunia. That beak can self-right, and that crusher is packing 10 tons of force that could send Hydra back to the underworld.
Hey, listen, Kenny, I hope somebody checked the support beams of the stadium because that fight card is going to blow the roof right off this joint. So, Farouk, take it away, my man. It's all yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It's robot fighting time! In the red square, this bot is gonna make you die hard. It's about to inflict some John McPain. You're gonna need some Nakatomi plasma. Welcome to the BattleBots, pal. It's Hydra!
All right, Kenny, Hydra engineered by Jake Ewert, 2-0 with knockout wins over Free Shipping and Warhawk. What does it plan on doing tonight?
Chris, this is super secret, so don't tell anybody. He wants to try to flip, and flip Petunia again and again.
Can you slow down? I'm writing that down.
In the blue square, when I hear the words death, destruction, suffering, bloodbaths, and carnage, one name comes to mind. Petunia!
Petunia knocked out by Warhawk in its opener, won a decision over Marvin. How's it doing these days, okay?
Well, they blew their hydraulic pump in the last fight, but it's working now. I'd watch out for that crusher, though. Hydra's at the perfect height for Petunia to get that beak into all those juicy parts that make that flipper work.
It will be a driving match. Hopefully we can get under them and crush them, hit something vital early on. The strategy is to avoid the flipper as much as we can, try to get to the sides and grab them. Every 30 seconds we hold them, they can't do anything to us. So we're gonna use that.
It's a crusher, so we haven't seen that kind of bot yet. I'm gonna test out the front and see how my wedges fare against him, but hopefully it goes in my favor and we just keep flipping him over and over and over again. If I can get underneath him, it's gonna go as high as I can go, and I'm gonna try to get him stuck behind the wall. Petunia, I'm coming for you.
Robots activate.
Kenny, Jake Ewert, confident as ever. What are you looking for in this one?
Well, whoever wins the battle for low ground will obviously have the advantage here, but what's interesting to me is that these two are both hydraulic weapons about to go toe-to-toe. Jake seems sure he has the advantage, but that Crusher just needs one bite to cripple Hydra.
Red team ready. Blue team ready.
Let the bot battle begin! Hydra whiffs on its first attempt. Uh-oh. Gets under Petunia there, but no power behind that shot. Petunia retreats, looking to regroup.
Oh, there you go. Look at that. Woo! Hydra trying to get its timing. That time it did get underneath, though. Petunia playing a dangerous game, going straight at that flipper, but almost had a pinch there. And Hydra looking for an angle, needs to get to the backside.
Hydra had Petunia right by the screws. That was the danger zone. That's one. That's a good one. Let's see. Oh, I love it how that little toucan can get back up on its head.
Oh, he's going to go for a run. Hey. He's about to go do it again.
Right there.
And he just broke the clock monitor.
That was from long distance.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, here we go.
Petunia, you want to fly, baby? Hydra will help.
This is Dutch air. Oh, Petunia. That's got to be it. There's no more help.
There's humanity.
It's stopped.
Petunia.
It's stopped. Hello. Get off the rails or you're done.
The fight's over there.
That way.
It's over there.
That way.
You're not supposed to be there.
Jake Ewert calling his shots.
Hydra just might be the most powerful flipper in the game.
Well, Hydra did exactly what it wanted to, Kenny.
Yeah, it really did. I mean, that is quite a machine. Chris, that's exactly why I said this is probably the most powerful flipper in BattleBots right now.
Holy smokes, that is a dense bot that it's just bouncing all the way around the box. And I wasn't so sure it was going to be able to launch it out of the battle box, but when it got to our corner, I got to be honest with you, I almost put you in front of me to protect us.
I had to have a word with Jake Ewert because that was disrespectful what he did to you.
Well, it was really to us, Kenny.
Well, he flipped you the bird.
Ah, I see. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BattleBots After Dark.
All right, I'm here with Jake Ewert of Team Hydra. 3 different bots. Warhawk, free shipping, Petunia. They all get knocked out by Hydra. Is there any bot that can stop you?
I'm coming for Bite Force, is who I'm coming for.
I love it. Give us a breakdown of this fight, man. It seemed like it took you a little bit to get the timing on the flipper.
I was just giving him go a little slower, make sure he can go up on the wedge, and then I just pushed him where I wanted to and go into the wall with him.
That's confidence. You're testing things out. Once you realize you're able to get underneath them, it was pretty much all over then.
Yeah. I made sure to put him in your corner so you got a nice close view.
It was a perfect shot. It was very entertaining for us. Man, how far can you go?
We're going to take the giant nut this year. It's the only way.
You're looking very strong, man. Undefeated, Team Hydra, Jake Ewert. Congrats.
Kenny, I'm sorry. I thought I heard Jake Ewert say that he's coming for Bite Force. I know you were a lot closer than I was, so maybe I misinterpreted. Is that what he said?
He said he's coming for Bite Force, and the way he matches up against Bite Force, I don't know, he might be right.
Hydra improves to 3-0. All right, coming up, the Alaskan Yeti takes on the Russian sensation Rainbow. Hey, it's perfect since in Wasilla, you can see Russia from your house. And don't forget, all roads lead to the main event. Bite Force is on the warpath yet again. And Hypershock is looking to shock the two-time champ. That's all coming your way on BattleBots Fight Night. Welcome back to BattleBots Fight Night. Next up, it's a battle for the Bering Strait, as Alaska's Yeti looks to steamroll the Russian spinner, Rainbow. And Kenny, Greg Gibson of Yeti, he is a builder who knows exactly what he wants to do every time he steps into the box.
Absolutely. Listen, I am smashed. Those are the words of Greg Gibson. He said time and again that his goal is always to overwhelm his opponents with aggression. He did just that in his last match against Free Shipping. Without the forks, that drum spinner was relentless, and tonight, guess what? He's gonna try and do it again.
He's taking on a team called Rainbow that's actually unbeaten. They're from Russia,
and although their wins haven't exactly been top tier, that horizontal spinner has looked vicious. I mean, it ripped Nelly the Ellibot's face off. If I'm Yeti, I don't think I want to overlook these guys.
Listen, Yeti is a durable, experienced bot, but you can never let your guard down inside the battle box. Anything can happen.
Let's take you inside the box. Here's Farouk.
In the red square, from Russia, here to put on the Iron Curtain, the creme de la Kremlin, it's Rainbow!
Rainbow, engineered by Peter Kravchenko, 2-0 with a knockout of Nelly the Ellibot, and won a decision in a Rumble.
That steel horizontal spinner weighs 50 pounds, and the bot has the ability to drive upside down if inverted.
In the blue square, it's the return of the Yeti. Ruin you in 2 Jar Jar blinks of an eye. Hunt you down like Boba Fett, the North Star Warrior. It's Yeti!
Kenny, Yeti has gone the distance in both of its fights, losing a decision to Bite Force, winning one over Free Shipping, and that drum scares me from here.
Yeah, as of last fight, he's ditched the 2 front forks he was using to start the season because he says they were getting in the way of me ripping bots' heads off.
Yeti is very maneuverable and they're very fast. They changed their speed controllers to something that is more reliable in preparation for the fight with Yeti. They are anticipating a very exciting fight. They believe that both of the robots are very strong, so they're excited to see what's going to happen.
I've caught glimpses of Rainbow fighting so far. Right out of the gate, it hits hard. If we can survive a hit or 2 or even 3, we're probably going to be able to kind of take over the match after that. We do have the exposed wheels, which are helpful in some ways, but I really don't want a direct hit there. I would rather just go head on, go drum to spinner, rather than risk, you know, giving them a shot at the tires.
So, it's Russia against the US of A. First, there was the battle for nuclear supremacy. Then the space race. And now, Yeti versus Rainbow. Let the bot battle begin. Yeti on the attack. Rainbow in retreat, and it's yet to get that spinner fired up.
Rainbow does not look right, Chris. Oh! What a hit!
You gotta be kidding me! Yeti launches the Russians across the battle box, and now smoke pouring from Rainbow.
Wow! That's a knockout shot, I think, Chris. That is one and done.
Oh, man! This is going to be it. The countdown has started. The Russian bot licking chemical smoke in the corner.
1, that's a knockout!
Discovery presents Chernobyl, a 15-second miniseries.
Kenny, it's pretty simple. When the Yeti comes a calling, it's going to end quickly.
Yeah, this one was over before you could blink. Look at that shot. Out of here. I mean, he launched that thing. One shot and it was done.
Yeah, once it started smoking, we went, yeah, this thing isn't going to be able to drive. I don't care if it's right side up or upside down. We'll see you next one, brother.
Bot parts everywhere. Wow. Boom. All right, I'm here with Team Yeti. Greg Gibson, what took you so long?
Yeah, I guess it did take a little while.
Pretty perfect shot, man. Is that the power of Yeti, and have you found your groove now in BattleBots?
I'm in a good spot now. We've removed the forks, we've added more power to the drum, and we can do that. I'm really happy.
And thank you, by the way. I didn't think I'd ever see a unicorn and a Yeti in the same place, so that was interesting.
I apologize. I forgot my onesie. I left it back at the hotel. I do apologize.
Come prepared next time. Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, I'm here with Peter Kravchenko of Team Rainbow. What did you think of the matchup? Was that the hardest he's ever been hit?
Самое тяжелое для тебя было, тебя сложнее всего подкинули, да? Очень так.
Да.
Translation, yes. Will you be able to fix the robot?
Думаю, да. Постараемся. Сделаем все возможное, чтобы починить и порадовать вас еще раз нашими костюмами.
Okay, yeah, we're for certain that we'll try to fix it again, and so everybody can enjoy our outfits again.
We do enjoy them, and you're still 2-1.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Isn't life so much easier when you simplify things, right, Yeti and Greg Gibson?
Yeah, that's right. Greg Gibson said he was gonna smash, and boy, did he smash. Sending a message in this one, Yeti, gonna Yeti.
All right, coming up, it's the Battle of California. Scorpios and Tantrum. They enter the box. Next. Welcome back to BattleBots. Up next, it's a matchup between two teams from California. The Saw of Scorpios versus the punching spinner of Tantrum. Let's take you inside the box with Farouk.
In the red square, who's that coming through the door? It's looking kind of Scorpios. What does it have in Scorpios? Maybe start a Warpios. Give it up for Scorpios!
Team Scorpios is 2-0, led by Captain Zach Lytle, and his wife Diana is on the weapons. What's their plan of attack, Kenny?
They want to use their saw to cut off those ears on top of Tantrum. That way, Tantrum can't self-right if they get flipped over.
In the blue square, this bot's battle cry is gimme, 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 mine, mine, mine. It needs to go to the naughty chair, but it won't stay there. It's Tantrum!
Aaron Hill and Tantrum are 1-0 after a win against Gemini, Kenny, putting up their dukes to match their puncher weapon.
Such an interesting weapon. It's a vertical spinner that can reach out and punch their opponent. It worked well enough in their last fight, but we'll see how it punches up against a tougher opponent in Scorpios here.
I'm sticking with the tried and true hammer saw today. His main body is too thick for me to get the blade through. My goal is going to be come into the side, which will then line my blade up to take out his tire. If I can get all 4 wheels, that will be a knockout. He has built the ultimate punching robot. My plan is to turn him into a punching bag.
I think we're both gonna end up with pretty similar strategies against each other as we're both spinning a thing and punching into the other guy. Lots of careening into walls, like as far as go for the 1-2 wall punch. They're a really durable bot. We've proven ourselves pretty solid too, so my hunch is it's gonna be a 3-minute long slugfest.
All right, Kenny, what are you looking for in this one?
Well, for Scorpios, when a 2-0 bot gets a matchup like this, the selection committee is looking for them to dominate, but that means Tantrum has a big opportunity here to work the body with that puncher and ruin Scorpios' day.
Have you ever punched a saw?
Not yet, Chris. Not yet.
Let the bot battle begin! Bots go to opposite ends and meet in the middle. A little push and shove to get it going. And there goes Scorpios with that saw.
Wasn't able to connect, though. Tantrum is just so low to the ground. Taking them head-on isn't going to do much.
Oh, Scorpios does a nice job getting in the flank. And now just goes on top. Faces the center.
Oh, weapon-to-weapon hit there. Scorpios has to be careful of those hits. Both bots circling each other, looking for the proper angle. Now Scorpios able to get on top.
There's the shot to those ears Scorpios was looking for, Kenny. And for Tantrum, we still haven't seen that puncher connect. I mean, I was told there'd be haymakers.
Looked like Scorpios had the opportunity to run Tantrum into the screws. They didn't go for it.
That's surprising there. Hit him.
There's a nice shot to the side of Tantrum.
So far, that puncher for Tantrum hasn't done anything.
No, I mean, they don't have the reach to get through that scoop of Scorpios.
Scorpios? Boy, I'm surprised Scorpios is not scooping up Tantrum. He's just holding him, trying to take off those ears. Gotta do something else, be a little more impressive, no?
I'm trying to get away from him.
Yeah, Scorpios needs to get under Tantrum and bully them around the box.
Now Scorpios is getting going. He ain't afraid. He brought a saw to a fist fight. Closing in on a minute when the kill saws will become active.
Tantrum definitely starting to slow down here, Chris.
And Kenny, Tantrum has lost its primary weapon as well. It was not spinning momentarily. Now it looks to be back up, but it might as well not be spinning because it's been useless so far.
Yeah, they simply don't have the reach and just not able to get at Scorpios.
There
now,
you go.
Scorpios
There you
taking
go.
Tantrum for a ride now.
It only took 2 minutes and 20 seconds for them to change tack. And now he's got him buried in the corner.
Yeah, and he's cutting down right on top of that primary weapon of Tantrum.
That was the angle Scorpios was looking for all night. Got to the juicy bits there.
Tantrum is in trouble here, Chris. Not sure they can hold on much longer.
15 seconds to go in this one. Now the pulverizer gets in, and okay, we got a wheel, it's gone. So that was interesting.
I believe that was the top of the pulverizer there.
No, it was?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we don't have a backup pulverizer.
I'll use my fist, don't worry.
So this one will go to the judges. All former BattleBots competitors, Derek Young, Lisa Winter, Jason Bardis, scoring on a 7-point scale this season. 3 points can be awarded for damage, 2 for aggression, and 2 for control. Well, Kenny, you told us about Scorpios' strategy beforehand. They really stuck to it, perhaps a bit too long.
Yeah, I agree. Listen, they had the power. They were over close to the screws a few times and didn't really utilize the battle box until late in the match.
What do you think happened with Tantrum here? That punching spinner really didn't nail Scorpios at all.
I think the dustpan of Scorpios was causing a lot of trouble, and Tantrum just wasn't able to really score much damage on Scorpios.
So how are the judges going to break this down?
Well, obviously, that puncher wasn't effective, but Scorpios didn't control this fight like we expected them to either. Scorpios might end up regretting that as the judges tally their scores.
All right, don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this with a decision from the judges on BattleBots Fight Night. All right, welcome back to BattleBots. Scorpios and Tantrum have a chewed-up saw and bloody knuckles after a 3-minute slugfest. And Farouk is standing by with the decision.
The results from the judges are in. We have a unanimous decision. And the winner is Scorpios!
First of all, how excited are you that you're undefeated in BattleBots right now?
It is so exciting. I cannot even describe it.
Living the dream!
Take us through this fight, man.
This round was all about Diana. It was all about careful hitting. She operates the arm and the saw, and if she picked the wrong moment today, our arm was gonna get torn off by Tantrum. But every shot was perfectly clean, and we came out victorious.
You guys were confident heading into this fight. You're now 3-0. How far can you go?
I want the nut. That is how far I am going. And I want Donald Hudson next. I've always wanted to face him, and I hope my last match is Lockjaw.
I love it. I think it'd be a fantastic match. You guys are undefeated and doing really, really well. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right, Kenny, the good news for Scorpios, it is 3-0, but I'm not so sure how many pretty points it got. And what I mean by that is the selection committee is always watching, and that is oh so important.
That's a great point. Listen, I think they were very singular in their focus on what they wanted to do out there. I think that limited them. I would like to see them kind of play the bully a little bit more, as we've seen them in the past.
The good news for Scorpios was its weapon was working. The same cannot be said for Tantrum. I get it. There's something to be said for lasting 3 minutes when you aren't at full strength, but still, they got to figure that thing out moving forward.
Without a doubt. Listen, there's a lot of courage in bringing new technology into the battle box, but it's not working right now. They have to make some adjustments.
All right, coming up, Bronco is looking to airmail free shipping straight out of the box. But first, let's send it back to the pits, where Jenny Taft is with one of the team captains in tonight's main event.
Will Bales, known for his driving skills, likes to dictate the pace from the opening bell.
There's more to winning in the box than having the most powerful weapon or the strongest armor. The skills the driver has can also quickly impact a match.
Nice defensive driving there by Hypershock.
And a driver who's consistently proved to be one of the most elite in the sport is the winner of the 2016 Best Driver Award, Hypershock's Will Bales.
Will, it is great to see you. And you probably are not going to brag about yourself, but you are known as one of the best drivers.
I do have a big bolt that suggests it. I mean, I think I drive differently.
What kind of confidence does that give you? Yeah, tell me why. Why do you drive differently?
I'm not sure it's better or worse, but some people have the two joysticks.
Mm-hmm.
We have a pistol grip, which is for like RC cars. Wow. Here's two I prepared earlier. All right, so that's like your typical transmitter. I think it's really hard to go straight because,
this is crazy.
like, try to go forward there. How do you like make sure you're totally straight? Yeah, so what I like is this. So if you want to go straight, you pull the trigger, and it goes straight.
Love it.
I pull this trigger, and I hold it, and I steer around and do the drifting, which is great for me.
Will Bales with such speed and control.
By pulling the trigger like that, the motors are at full power. And so I'm trying to make them run full power for 3 minutes nonstop, and that's not something other people do.
Okay.
If you watch Paul Ventimiglia, Bite Force kind of positions himself, waits for a second, waits for his opportunity, and then goes forward, and and then he repositions and goes in for the hit. And it's slow. To me, what I want to do is I want to do donuts around things. I want to be constantly moving and not give my opponent an opportunity to catch their breath.
Nice move from Hypershock, trying to get in a good position.
After hearing all about Will's aggressive driving style, I decided to put him to the test to see how he'll handle the first ever BattleBots mini road course.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's robot racing time. 3, 2, 1. Go! We have an audience. The finish!
$16.99.
Will's time was impressive.
Fastest lap.
At the moment.
And after watching the master go to work, I couldn't help but want to give it a shot myself.
On your mark.
A BattleBot can't be that hard to drive.
Get set.
Can it?
Go.
She's going! Ah! This is really hard, by the way.
Hey, you're almost at the first turn. You're doing fine.
Okay, maybe don't time me anymore.
25 seconds.
I just wanted to show you that.
Oh, yeah, that was good. I like that little pirouette. It's going to be a nail biter. Ah, and time. Oh, geez. Okay, wow. Hey, you're the second best time right now. Here,
Thank you. 2 minutes.
While I am clearly no threat to Will's best driver title, it's easy to see why he's regarded as one of the best in the competition. And proof of why it's so important to have the right person behind the wheel.
Well done. I think this will bring you good luck for the
man.
rest of the tournament. Please wear that forever.
Okay, all right, we're good. We're done. We're going to win.
We'll see if Will's no-holds-barred driving style gives him the edge he needs when he steps into the box with the reigning champ, Paul Ventimiglia and Bite Force, in tonight's main event on BattleBots, Fight Night.
All right, we are back on BattleBots, and up next, a pair of winless veteran robot builders. Bronco and Free Shipping, each trying to get off the schneid.
And for Bronco, I think we're surprised, they're surprised, heck, everyone is surprised to see them start off 0-1 on the year. That's not a place they're accustomed to being.
I expect a much more impressive showing here tonight.
Well, listen, no shame in losing to a two-time world champion in Bite Force, but this is a big rebound fight for Bronco. They need to get that flipper going early and prove that loss was nothing more than an early season stumble.
They're going to take on a veteran in Gary Jin and Free Shipping. Yeah. We say it every time, how much fun it is to watch Gary, because there's a lot of fire, there's a lot of smash, a lot of crash.
And going up against a flipper like Bronco, there could be fireballs out there.
Look, Gary is well respected as a builder and as a driver, but I think he's looking at this fight as a suicide mission. His lifter is far less powerful than Bronco's flipper. His bot is fast, but it's big with a lot of edges for Bronco to get under and send flying.
You know, these guys live like 12 minutes away and they've never fought. You know, they could have picked like a neighborhood street to do this on.
No, they shouldn't.
No, we're just honored that they're here tonight. Let's check it out. Let's take you inside the box.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It's robot fighting time!
Xander Rose, Reason Bradley, they've been friends since they were 6 or 7 years old.
Yeah, and they haven't been making many friends with a lot of other bot teams. They've been flipping bots for many, many years now. That is such an impressive bot. True legends right there.
Ah, there he is, Gary Jin, the design specialist at UC Berkeley. The crowd loves this guy.
And I love this guy. He's an amazing driver. Win or lose, he's always going to make an exciting fight.
In the red square, it's the bucking Bronc from the San Francisco Bay. Think you can last all of 8 seconds? Folks be like, nay! It's Bronco!
Xander Rose, Reason Bradley, and Bronco looking to get back on track here against Free Shipping. Kenny, the end of that flipper looks a little different, though.
That's right. After it got ripped off against Bite Force, they reinforced the tip there. They want that thing firing on all cylinders in this fight.
In the blue square, this bot throws flames like Roger Clemens throws pitches, all made to strike you out. It's got an android rage that can't be caged. When Gary's at the plate, no one is safe. You're about to get a whipping from Free Shipping.
For Gary Jin, what's the strategy?
After what happened to him against Hydra, he just doesn't want to spend the whole fight in the air. So the driving is critical in this one. Luckily, that's what Gary does best.
The strategy is flip him and keep flipping him as many times as we can. Try to get under him and keep him in the air, and then that's a good place for him to be.
We're expecting to have really good driving and a robot that generally doesn't like to stop moving.
It's going to be a super fun fight, and with a flamethrower on it and our ability to throw them, they're, you know, I mean, the fireball, the flaming fireball would be super fun to see a bunch of those.
I expect this fight to go the full 3 minutes. Our only chance is to get him over the rail and get him stuck on something, probably, in order to get a knockout. So since we're going up against a flipper, the strategy is just stay away from the flipper, try to outdrive him, make sure he doesn't get any flips on him, and see how much we can move him around, how much we can flame him.
Bronco versus free shipping. Xander and Reason seem like the kind of guys who bring their own craft beer to a party. But Gary Jin, heck, he just brings himself because he is the party.
Red team ready. Blue team ready.
Let the bot battle begin. Bronco trying to attack from the side. Oh, just as you thought, Kenny.
Oh, very close there.
Couple of close calls for free shipping here in the early going.
Bronco winning the battle for low ground, and Gary Jin trying to avoid these attacks.
Trouble. Free shipping breaks free, but his Bronco's flipper snapped at the seam, Kenny.
What is this?
Oh.
Go right to front.
Bronco in deep trouble here.
Oh, that flipper stopped.
Oh, now it's not stuck. It's just gone. Oh, my nose. My nose. What happened?
Oh, free shipping. Oh, it's getting hot in here.
Holy smokes.
Get under the backside of him. You can still outdrive him.
Oh, man.
Right now, Bronco has to win a control fight against one of the best control drivers in the game. Bronco's a desperate fight right now. Oh, and they're getting burned up.
This is the second straight fight Bronco's been without its flipper. Last time it cost him a KO against Bite Force. What's going to happen against Gary Jin and free shipping?
Well, you see Bronco now leading with that big rear wedge. That's what they usually do against big spinners, but they don't have a plan B right now.
Kenny, is Bronco strong enough to use the BattleBots to its advantage?
I don't know if they are. As of right now, all these exchanges, free shipping able to get in lower than Bronco.
We are 90 seconds into this one. Oh no, Bronco near the screws, but he gets away.
Bronco looks like they're trying to get free shipping on top of them and punch up with that broken flipper. Let's see if they can tee up a perfect shot. Reason is a great driver, but this is not what he's used to at all.
But free shipping is just driving circles around Bronco like, come on, you lame horse.
Gary just so good at drifting in and out. How about that flame?
Oh, Bronco's got to get out of that corner. Does a nice job. Oh, that's the hit they're looking for, Kenny. Just couldn't get it to connect.
Yeah, he needs free shipping directly on top of him for that move to work, and Gary Jin just too fast.
Uh-oh, look out!
Gary knows how to win a weaponless fight, and right now he's just a flaming tornado, and Bronco's trying to catch the win.
Gary Jin trying to get Bronco. Oh! He couldn't quite do it. Bronco trying to drive him into the box, but Gary Jin with the escape move. Woo! He is slippery.
Oh, nice counter there by Bronco, almost getting underneath free shipping there.
Closing in on 20 seconds left to impress the judges. Oh, a nice head-to-head hit by free shipping.
Gary Jin refusing to take his foot off the gas. He wants those aggression points.
10 seconds to go as this one will go the distance. What a fight from two legends. Bronco managing to stay alive for 3 minutes, but Gary Jin, he took that horse to the Old Town Road.
Look out! A little bit of a celebration from free shipping. Let's see what the judges have to say.
Kenny, how did that flipper bend on Bronco?
Well, they did what they wanted to, got to the side of free shipping, but that thing just snapped in half.
With that flipper gone, this fight got flipped upside down in an instant, and Bronco found itself in a control fight with Gary Jin.
That's right, they started leading with that back wedge, trying to get free shipping on top of them, but free shipping is just so low to the ground. Gary is such a technical driver, and he really turned up the heat in this one.
Free shipping taking Bronco into the rails, and Gary Jin celebrates with probably the largest fireball we have ever seen.
Gary is a true showman, trying to win over the judges, but any fight with this much pushing and shoving is a tough one to call, Chris.
All right, the judges have reached a decision, so let's go to Farouk to announce the winner.
The results from the judges are in. The winner by unanimous decision is free shipping.
Gary, a big win, my man.
Yeah, it's been a long time. It feels really good. We got really lucky. Before you go into fight, you think about, oh, you know, what if this happens? What if this happens? What am I going to do? All the scenarios, that is not supposed to happen to Bronco.
You know, obviously, you're one of the best drivers in the game. Did you feel like it was going to come down to driving here?
Oh, yeah, definitely. You know, Reason and Xander have been in this game for so long. Reason's a great driver with Bronco, and I knew it'd be a real hard test for me.
You're 1-2 now. How satisfying of a win is this for you right now?
Feels really good to finally get a win.
Gary, good to see. Congratulations, man.
All right, thanks.
So the second time this happened to the flipper, what's going on here?
All I can think is we have a bad batch of titanium. We did a great job welding it up, same welding rod, but it snapped. Something's going on. So luckily we have other arms that are old ones from the old Bronco. So maybe we'll get our mojo back by using last year's arm. But Gary did a great job driving and definitely took us around there. So it's a solid win, and we hope to come back from it.
Well, every time you guys are here at BattleBots, you guys are one of the favorites. You're 0-2 now. Do you think you can come back from this?
I sure hope so. You know, I don't want to let the fans down, and a lot of people came out to see Bronco, and you know, we feel pretty bad about not putting on a good show. So hopefully we can redeem ourselves here.
You guys are still a fan favorite. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kenny, I'm not so sure what a good batch of titanium looks like, but according to Bronco, this is a bad batch of titanium, and it cost him a win.
Well, honestly, it kind of makes sense because this is the second time this has happened to a team that we've never seen this before. So, yeah.
Now, the question is, can they rebound? I mean, let's remember, earlier this season, Minotaur started 0-2. They're at least kind of back in contention. Can Bronco do the same?
Listen, I think they can. If there's one team that could do it, it's Team Bronco.
And as far as free shipping and Gary Jin goes, pretty impressive in there.
Yeah, absolutely. They needed a win, and this is a huge upset over a legendary team in Team Bronco.
All right, up next, Valkyrie and Monsoon have two of the nastiest spinners around, and they're set to collide. And later tonight, Paul Ventimiglia and Bike Force have been unstoppable this year, but Will Bales and Hypershock think they can bite back at the champ. That's all coming your way on BattleBots. We are back on BattleBots, and it's time for a fight between two of the sport's rising stars, Valkyrie versus Monsoon. The last time we saw Monsoon inside the box, it was getting decapitated. That weapon came clean off at the hands of Will Bales and Hypershock. So Jenny Taft spent some time in the pits with Tom Brewster to see how Monsoon is looking for this fight.
Tom, you know, I caught up with you in that Lincoln Electric tent after your fight with Hypershock.
Yeah.
I was put to work. I'm not doing anything.
I think you're doing something.
And the bot looked a little different in terms of the rebuild.
Yeah.
What went into it and the challenges you faced to get back to this place?
So yeah, that bit you were hammering was a bit of, it was this bit of the chassis actually, and that was hard ox, so it's pretty tough stuff. We actually ended up giving up hammering it by hand, and we ended up cutting it out. So this there's only so much you can do, really.
So where did you get the new hard ox from?
Yeah, so we asked around the pits, and luckily the bombshell guys very kindly offered us a small section. We cut and welded in, so this now has a bit of bombshell just here. And in the Hypershock fight, the bolts that hold our pivot together failed. So what we've done is we've taken the bolt and welded a square piece of titanium on the end. So that's now a very rigid, very solid bolt. So
that's not going to be the same issue.
Exactly. So if that breaks, I'll be very impressed.
Figured it out.
Saying that's not a challenge.
That's not a challenge. We are not issuing a challenge.
Won't tell anyone.
Making any more.
And how do you feel about your upcoming fight against Valkyrie?
We've got a great big weapon. So if we can get in there and do some hits, we should be able to do some real damage here. But at the same time, their weapon is massive, and if they hit us, we could be wrecked almost immediately.
We'll get a hold of them, and we'll just shred them.
Yeah.
We'll just drop kick them into the next continent. What we might do is we'll let them pick which row we'd like them to sit in.
Okay. Good to know.
Thanks, Jenny. So it sounds like Monsoon's feeling pretty good, but here's something interesting. Hypershock actually KO'd both of these bots.
Right.
And then both of these bots knocked out Ragnarok. In my mind, that makes Valkyrie and Monsoon pretty even with the same strength of schedule and record to this point. Valkyrie has the undercutter that's kind of like a buzzsaw, but hasn't shown a lot of knockout power. Meanwhile, Monsoon's vertical spinner has proven knockout punch, but the bot just got ripped to pieces.
That's right, both teams have built completely different bots to end up at the same place in the middle of the season. So let's take a look at the tail of the tape. You can see both weapons are very powerful, but the big difference to me is the spin-up speed. That 5-second difference could tilt the fight in Monsoon's favor if they box rush Valkyrie. Valkyrie's weapon is so low, it could rip Monsoon's spinner clean off again. They say they've rectified that issue, but I wouldn't want to go weapon to weapon at full speed.
By saying they've rectified that issue, meaning they put the weapon back on?
Yes.
We don't know if it'll stay
box.
there, but at least it's going to start there. Let's take you inside the box with Farouk.
In the red square, this bot's already black and blue, and it'll bash you until you are too. Came down from her chariot in the sky. She's got girl power. She's your ride or die. It's Valkyrie!
Kenny, Valkyrie is a modular bot, so which weapon are they going with?
Well, the Boston-based bot went with Sweet Caroline, that bow tie style blade, and they also added urethane to their wheels for better traction inside the battle box.
In the blue square, from the UK, it smacks your bot with its spinner and totally wrecks it and creates a disaster that's way worse than Brexit. What? Too soon? It still don't care. It's Monsoon!
And it looks like Tom Brewster and Monsoon did a nice job in its rebuild. What's the plan of attack?
Well, they took the armor that was on top of Monsoon and put it down low to protect from Valkyrie's weapon. Also, that scoop wedge on the front is new. That's meant to get Valkyrie teed up so Monsoon can get a clean hit.
Because we're facing a vertical spinner who does usually have a pretty fast spin-up time, we're going again with Sweet Caroline, our bar, because that's our fastest spin-up time. I would really like to see us just like chewing through, messing up those forks, and then that would make it so they won't even be able to spin their weapon, and then we can just take them apart until they can't move anymore. Tom is really scared right now. They've been sort of eyeing our robot. We're not worried.
When you're facing a weapon like Valkyrie, there are two approaches. You can either box rush them, or you can do what we're going to do, which is to spin up all the way. If we can do that, then we should be able to knock them up into the air, back off, spin up, and hit them again. So my plan in this fight will be to drive directly at their weapon, perpendicular to them, to get as clean of a hit as possible. I think we're going to see if Valkyries really can fly.
Robots activate.
All right, Kenny, so Monsoon is not going with the box rush out of the gate. What do you think of that strategy?
Well, look, I wouldn't go with that approach, but Tom's a smart guy. Maybe he knows something I don't.
Valkyrie and Monsoon are about to clash inside the box. We'll find out if Kenny Florian is smarter than Tom Brewster when we come back on BattleBots Fight Night. Welcome back to BattleBots. Valkyrie and Monsoon are ready to rock the battle box. Both teams looking to move to 2-1 and within striking distance of the top 16.
Red team ready. Blue team ready.
Begin. No box rush from Monsoon, letting Valkyrie spin all the way up. That feels like tempting fate a bit. Uh-oh, we got sparks from underneath and a hop, skip, and a jump.
Oh, nice reversal there by Monsoon.
That's right, Valkyrie's blade just got stuck right into the rails.
Weapon spin up.
Well, right now, Monsoon's primary weapon not spinning. Not sure if they shut it down or they suffered some damage.
I've lost weapon, okay.
Valkyrie's blade is spinning up. Monsoon, however, is not. They've become a push bot, Kenny.
Oh, they're really attacking that front wedge of Monsoon as Monsoon goes flying.
Oh, Monsoon's flying again, Kenny. They're doing their best duck impression, ramming into Valkyrie, hoping to break that weapon.
Oh, Valkyrie just chipping at Monsoon piece by piece.
Oh, and again. Oh, no, is Monsoon's weapon dangerously close to coming out for the second straight fight? That's what I'm watching.
Monsoon told us they'd reinforce that weapon, but I don't think they plan on this kind of fight. Valkyrie just chewing away at their underbelly, and Monsoon is taking a ton of damage, Chris.
You can see Tom Brewster's bottom Monsoon in a very awkward position. I don't think it's supposed to flap that way.
Well, it's impressive that Monsoon has hung in there for this long.
Oh, yeah! Look at the sparks. Valkyrie saying, welcome to the chop shop, pal. This is a thing of beauty. Unless you're Tom Brewster and Monsoon.
Keep going them. Get behind them. God.
That looks like somebody might be smoking a bit in there.
That weapon is here again!
Monsoon doing what they can, but they're just a punching bag right now.
A minute to go in this one, so now the kill saws are active.
Oh, there's spot parts all over the battle box right now.
Kenny, they may be a punching bag, but how impressive is it that Monsoon's actually still standing? They may be down, but they are not out yet.
I'm sure Monsoon is happy they added armor to the lower part of Monsoon, but you see, that top part that's holding the primary weapon is starting to really come loose now.
This is an unbelievable vision. I don't know how Monsoon's weapon is staying together on that bot. There's under 30 to go. Can Monsoon push through and at least force a judge's decision? Or will Valkyrie finish him off?
Valkyrie has been completely dominant. They're looking for the knockout here.
10 to go. Monsoon's guts are all over the box, but they're going to make it to the buzzer. What a performance by Valkyrie with that relentless spinner. The only thing they couldn't do was put Monsoon on the canvas as this one goes to the judges.
We're still alive!
Kenny, you talk about a one-sided bout. Valkyrie got that weapon spinning up to full speed and just went to work.
Yeah, absolutely. Slicing and dicing the bot from the UK. Valkyrie doing some serious work to the underbelly of Monsoon.
Sparks were flying. I would say Valkyrie was all over Monsoon for a good 75 to 80% of this bout.
Yeah, absolutely, and that primary weapon shut down pretty early as well, Chris, for Monsoon.
I will give Tom Brewster and Monsoon a ton of credit to be able to push through for a full 3 minutes against the type of punishment they were taking. That's simply unreal.
Yeah, absolutely, and they stayed aggressive throughout. They did not back down, even though they were taking a beating out there. Kudos to the guys from Monsoon.
All right, let's go to Farouk with the decision.
And the winner by unanimous decision is Valkyrie!
All right, I'm here with a very excited Leanne Cushing from Team Valkyrie. How excited are you?
Man, we knew there was a chance that it could have gone bad, but like that was perfect. Like 3 full minutes of just like sparks, and it kept going and going and going. Our weapon apparently will never fail now. It's so good.
Fred, you killed it out there, man. That was some amazing driving. What was the goal as you were out there?
Keep the pointy end pointed towards the other guy.
Pretty simple. I mean, that's a great strategy. You took out their primary weapon pretty early. They were pretty much done after that, right?
Definitely, and it's interesting because actually both of our bar spares, they do have a lot of look-alike to them, and also they're the same thickness, so like it could have been either way. So it was kind of nice that we came up on top.
You guys are killing it right now, a lot of momentum. How do you feel as you get closer to the end of the season here?
I am way more optimistic after this and just sort of like, oh, wait, we got a chance. Let's aim for the Sweet 16 and go from there.
Leanne, congrats.
Thank you so much.
All right, Tom. You didn't get the win, man, but you enjoyed yourself out there.
Oh, I had so much fun in that fight. I'm just so happy to go for 3 minutes, properly going all at it. Big hits all the time, sparks flying. That was so good.
All right, Tom, how do you regroup from here?
We're 1 and 2 now, but you know, the selection committee take everything into account, so losing in a spectacular way might actually be of some benefit to us. So we'll see moving forward.
Style points count, my man. Yeah, so you're right about that. Well done.
Thank you. Cheers. Thank you.
It's amazing to see the emotions of the bot builders. Leanne Cushing, you could see like a huge weight off of her shoulders. She's like, I can exhale, we're 2-1, we're feeling good.
Those are 2 dangerous spots, and again, they were even heading into that at 1-1. Now Valkyrie at 2-1, yeah, absolutely a huge load off her back.
And Monsoon falls to 1-2 here, and this is 2 straight fights where we've seen that weapon. The previous fight, it fell all the way off. This time it was hanging by dental floss or something. He's got to get that thing fixed, right, moving forward?
They were hanging on there, but you got to appreciate the aggression from Tom Brewster. No primary weapon, pretty much gone first 30 seconds of the fight. They kept on Valkyrie, but in the end, they just couldn't do any damage. Valkyrie was very impressive.
All right, Kenny.
Up next, Copperhead wants to sink their teeth into the full-body spinner of Kronos. And after that, Will Bales is finally burning rubber with Hypershock. But he's got a rematch with the reigning champ, Paul Ventimiglia and Bite Force. Let's take a closer look at tonight's main event.
Will Bales and his best friend Chaos have entered the battle box.
Yeah! Monsoon's head has been severed.
Beating Monsoon gives us a 2-0 record, which is awesome for us.
Look at the champ just taking it to Bronco.
It was an honor for us to face Bronco and actually beat them in the ring.
There goes some tires. There goes some sheet metal.
I've looked up to them for so many years, and they're my favorite robot still, so that was really special.
My goodness, can anyone stop Bite Force?
If we can get a win with Bite Force and we're 3-0, we're golden. We're in the top 16, done, no discussion.
Bite Force is a 2-time BattleBots world champion.
It's Hypershock!
So there's a lot of pressure there to try to perform. There's a lot of concern. Can you dethrone the champ?
The driving skills of Will Bales, they are back.
Most of the strategy is based on making sure our robot is lower to the ground than theirs. We're probably going to run our normal 4-wedge mode, but we're considering adding some little extensions to our forks. We got a little more weight in the front and a little longer reach.
He's going to have those little floppy wedgelets on the front, and they ride the ground, so you're not going to win the wedge fight. The only option I have is to outdrive him and try to get to the sides, get to the back.
I know that robot's working better than ever. They've got it really dialed in. Their weapon is really powerful.
Wow!
Whoever gets the first really good contact on the opponent, I think will win.
Robots activate.
Who gets that hit? I don't know. I want to get that hit.
So is your swagger back at this point?
If we could throw him around 2 times,
Oh my God!
that'd be pretty good. If we could throw him around 3 times, that'd be even better.
Hypershock going into Berserker Barrage mode!
If we could throw him around and rip some parts off and toss him out of the arena,
Woo!
that'd be golden.
That's coming up later tonight on BattleBots Fight Night.
All right, we are back on BattleBots, and up next, you got a team that's 1-1 in Copperhead going against a winless squad in Kronos.
And let's start with Copperhead. They're led by team captain Zach Goff, and this robot had a lot of hype coming into this year, but it's failed to deliver so far.
That's right, but Zach knows Copperhead has a very deadly drum spinner if he can get the bot firing on all cylinders. This is a pretty juicy matchup for him here because facing a full body spinner simplifies the strategy. When the whole bot is spinning at you, the whole bot is a target.
They're taking on Kronos and Jerry Seraphin. They lost their first fight to Gigabyte, but of course we all know that Gigabyte is the gold standard here when it comes to full body spinners.
Absolutely, there's no shame in that loss, but they could really use a win here. Facing that drum spinner, Kronos needs to get up to speed, avoid their weapon, and hope they have time to get to the wheels on Copper.
Let's take you inside the box. Here's Farouk.
In the red square, this bot is one vile reptile. It's got a bite with more poison than Bret Michaels. Every rose has its thorn, but this bot will leave you torn. It's Copperhead!
Copperhead at 1-1 after getting knocked out by Scorpios. It won a decision over Gruff. What's the plan of attack?
An intense Zachary Guff looked me in the eye. He put his fists together and he said, boom, boom, boom. I guess that means he wants to just ram his drum right into Kronos. I don't know.
In the blue square, you could call this bot Gears for Fears, because when it spins in circles, it's a very sad world. I find it kind of funny. You'll find it kind of sad. Kronos!
Here's Jerry Seraphin and the Kronos team. Kenny, for lack of a better term, what's that thing in front of the bot?
They call that the timeline, Chris. They want to use that to jam up Copperhead's drum spinner and let Kronos attack those wheels from behind.
I think we're going to be taking this next fight against Kronos a little more seriously. We've been doing a lot of preparation work just so that we have our best robot in the arena. We're just going to get the weapon spun up to full speed and just make weapon-to-weapon contact. If we can catch an edge on them, we will toss them through the air and they'll go tumbling.
So one thing about drum spinners, I don't know if you've noticed, when they try to turn in one direction too much, one of their wheels comes off the ground. That's going to be my initial opening to hit them when I can hit them the most. We switched out the motor. It spins faster. I'm confident that with the new speed that we have, we should be able to get some better hits in.
Here we go, Kenny. We'll see if Kronos can spin their way to a win or if Copperhead has too much venom in that bite.
Red team ready. Blue team ready.
Nuisance bot. And here goes Copperhead. He says,
huge hit there, wow! That's some serious air by Kronos.
and something is on the ground around that nuisance spot. Those are like dancing batteries because Copperhead's drum has been split.
That's right, look at that drum. Massive damage right there to the primary weapon of Copperhead.
Both weapons are down, but Copperhead's having trouble moving. Are they gonna get counted out?
10, 9,
just a massive hit.
7.
Crab walking isn't enough to prove translational movement, and this looks like it's gonna be a knockout.
1, that's a knockout.
And that is it. Kronos says time's up on Copperhead.
Kenny, is this pretty much what we call one and done?
Yeah, I mean, this was a massive hit. Look at that, both bots sent in the opposite direction. Just smashed that primary weapon of Copperhead.
Oh, man!
Just a tremendous shot there from Kronos.
And one more look for good measure.
All right, I'm here with Jerry from Team Kronos. It was a massive hit. Can you talk us through it a little bit?
I was trying to avoid the weapon, but I had to go for it when I had an opportunity to hit it at just the right angle.
You guys got some serious air on that hit. Were you concerned for your bot?
No, I've seen it launch like that before.
How damaged do you think your bot is right now?
From the looks of it, I think I can repair it, yes.
Did you see the kind of damage that you did to their primary weapon? I mean, that is a massive drum, and you pretty much destroyed it with that one hit.
Yeah, it took me a while to realize what had happened, and then when it hits, I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna drive now.
Well, Jerry, congratulations. You have your first win at BattleBots. Well done.
Kenny, let's remember that was a 112-pound ring on Kronos, and that's why what happened to Copperhead happened to Copperhead.
Yeah, listen, Kronos has been struggling a lot, and you got to feel good for him. They finally get a win in BattleBots. They've been working for this for several years, and that was a huge win.
And if you're Zach Off and Copperhead, you're like, wait a second, we're the ones that dished out the punishment, and we end up getting KO'd?
Listen, it's been a letdown for them, unfortunately. Again, they brought a new bot here to the game, and you take risks when you do that.
All right, coming up, it's the fight we've all been waiting to see. Will it be Will Bales' year of redemption or another bot in Paul Ventimiglia's wake? Find out when Hypershock takes on Bite Force. Next on BattleBots Fight Night.
We'll be facing Hypershock.
Yeah, Will and their whole team, they're fun. I can see Will staring at us right now.
Oh my gosh. Well, watch out for this guy. He's taking notes on something we're doing. He's had some success. What is the approach?
We're not really changing a lot per opponent, but we're sort of going away from just adding a bunch of last-minute things, modifications. It's pretty risky in terms of what works. It's a little more important to just make sure you're actually working and focused and ready. And they've had some problems in the past because they keep building a new robot, and it seems like this time they're just a little further ahead in that path.
Interesting.
So they've already had a couple good matches. So this will probably be like the first time we're facing each other where his robot's working at full capacity. Their weapon is very intimidating, it's very powerful, we know that. He's a good driver too. So the whole point it comes down to is if your robot's underneath them, if they're underneath you, that's what matters more than anything else in BattleBots.
All right, we are back on BattleBots. It is time right now for a juicy main event. It is Chaos versus Control. Bite Force, of course, he's the Control. The Chaos would be Will Bales and Hypershock.
And these two have a little history.
In 2015, these two tangoed. It was won by Bite Force. What did Bite Force do that season? Won the Giant Nut. Then in 2018, these two fought again.
Let's see if Bite Force, he does. Oh my God! Guns spilled all over the battle box!
Bite Force won that. Bite Force won the Giant Nut. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Well, history is stacked against Will Bales right now, but this is a different Hypershock we're seeing this year. These are two of the most powerful vertical spinners in the competition, but Will knows he has the faster bot. His driving has been relentless, and he really believes he can win this fight.
And what about Bite Force? Paul Ventimiglia, not exactly known for his carefree attitude. Is he taking this fight for granted? Like, I'll just rip his batteries out again in 15 seconds? No problem there.
Not at all, Chris. Paul Ventimiglia definitely has respect for Will Bales and Team Hypershock. He says this is the first year where they really got their bot together, and it shows.
Paul has been studying Hypershock leading up to this fight, and he knows that anything can happen inside the box with Will Bales behind the control.
Let's send it over to Farouk.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our main event. Are you ready? It's robot fighting time!
The defending BattleBots champion 2-0, winner in a decision over Yeti, knocked out Bronco. They are rolling right along.
You know, you don't hear the word unbeatable too often inside the battle box, but I tell you what, Bite Force comes pretty darn close.
Say hello to my little friend.
Will Bales and crew, one of the most impressive bots so far this season. It KO'd Valkyrie. It knocked out Monsoon. It is ready for more.
That's right. The flashy team from Miami, they have their swagger back. Will Bales driving his back. This could get interesting, Chris.
In the red square, this bot will chew you up like gum, beat you like a drum, then leave you looking dumb. If it's a shark, you're the chum. Bite Force!
Paul Ventimiglia and Bite Force. What's the strategy, Kenny?
You can see those two longer wedgelets on the front of Bite Force. Paul is a master of winning the ground game, and he thinks those will be able to get under Hypershock and feed them into his weapon.
In the blue square, if this bot were a movie star, it'd be Spin Diesel, because it's ready to drive fast and the furious until the franchise ends. Or until I get that spinoff, Fast and Faroukious. It's Hypershock!
Kenny, you've heard a lot of bot builders say you're not going to outthink Paul Ventimiglia and Bite Force. So what is Will Bales going to do here?
Hypershock speed is the key here. Will knows he won't win the weapon-to-weapon exchanges, so I'm expecting to see a lot of burning rubber in this one.
All right, Kenny, does Will Bales have a legitimate shot here to take down the champ?
Absolutely, but he might only get one shot. Against a bot as good as Bite Force, the window of opportunity is so small, and when you come at the king, you best not miss.
Ready. Blue team ready.
Both teams 2-0, but someone's O has got to go.
Let the main event begin. And Bite Force takes a little bite out of Hypershock to begin and flips him on over. Now can Hypershock self-right.
Oh, well, it does with a little help of Bite Force.
Oh, and Hypershock getting to the side of Bite Force there. Will Bales using his speed to create some space. And there's an opening. Oh, couldn't take advantage, though.
Bite Force is having trouble moving. Oh, but there's a nice counter from the champ.
Oh, great shot by Hypershock.
Oh, and he takes Bite Force, but Bite Force pushes back and says, get off me, and I'm going to make you smoke a little, too.
Well, we knew the capabilities of Bite Force. If they need to get nasty, they can get nasty.
Paul showed that with the brutal uppercut with his back against the wall.
The champ was on the ropes, but now Hypershock's weapon is not spinning at all.
Yeah, both bots look like two heavyweight fighters in the 12th round right now.
But at least Bite Force's primary weapon is spinning. That is a huge advantage. If Paul Ventimiglia can get his bot pointed in the right direction, like right now.
Yeah, oh, there goes a wheel.
Oh, so impressive.
Are you good, Will?
Somehow Will Bales is still driving.
Yeah.
That actually kind of helped him because the wheel was stuck up on the wedge, but right now Hypershock still able to move. Bite Force barely.
We are under a minute to go. The kill saws are in play now. Bite Force still going in for more damage. Kenny, he's up on points late here in the match. Why remain so aggressive?
Well, the bot is limping, but that weapon is still at 100%. He's hoping to lean on that spinner to take this one home.
Meanwhile, Hypershock is just a push bot now. He's got to find a way to break Bite Force's weapon.
Yeah, that's right. Hypershock really took a lot of damage from Bite Force and continues to do so.
There's more of the armor. That ends up in the screws, and it's locked the screws up. Even limping on one leg, Bite Force still delivering the power punch.
Both bots really struggling out there, looking for an angle on the other. But Bite Force with that primary weapon still spinning. It's unbelievable.
And Hypershock still in this fight, just refusing to die, pushing Bite Force into the screws.
Oh, nice counter there by Hypershock.
And that's going to do it.
What a fight.
Both bots stagger into the final bell as Will Bales gave the champ all he could handle, and this one will go to the judges.
We went 3 minutes.
Kenny, there was such severe damage in the early going to both bots here tonight.
That's right. This was a slugfest right out of the gate. Bite Force went right at Hypershock's wedge, got them up in the air early, but Hypershock did not roll over, turned it around, got to the sides, and this hit right here. I don't think I've ever seen anyone get to Bite Force's underbelly like that.
And this is where the fight turned. Hypershock has Bite Force on the ropes, and bam!
Yeah, any other bot here is probably heading for a KO, but Bite Force pulls the rope-a-dope and cracks Hypershock with a devastating uppercut. That was Hypershock's best shot to win this fight, but the champs showed they aren't just a technical bot. They're happy to go toe-to-toe, brawl it out, and see whose weapon is strong.
And from there, both bots kind of look like those cartoon fighters, you know, the ones with the stars circling above their heads, just trying to make it to the finish line. But Paul Ventimiglia, he was able to keep his weapon spinning, keep delivering damage, and take it home to the judges.
The results from the judges are in. And the winner of this main event by a unanimous decision is Bite Force!
Yet another win for Bite Force and Paul Ventimiglia and his team. How does it feel, man? There were some scary moments for you.
That's right. It's the whole team behind me. So Rob and Tina and Tim here, JJ, Corey, and Travis are back. They've been traveling. It feels great to win with our whole team here and my parents watching too.
It was a tough fight. You guys are going to have to do some a lot of work in the pits, I'm sure. Can you break down that fight for us?
Yeah, it seems like something locked up in our drivetrain. That's the only thing I'm a little bit unsure of, but our pit crew will figure it out. But our weapon was working the whole time, which is really great. We were really worried about Hypershock's weapon. It's one of the most powerful vertical spinners, I think, out there. But because we had the ground scraping wedges, it seemed to be not an issue.
You know, in my opinion, you guys are showing even more versatility this season, showing that you guys can go toe-to-toe with any bot out there, and you can brawl if you have to.
Sure, even this part today Didn't exist. We bought the parts today. We had Lincoln Electric welded on. Works well in the match. We're preparing that for the final tournament.
Obviously, it's still a long time to go in this season. Can you rebuild, and can you keep this up?
We can always rebuild. Each time we put it in the box, the robot is better. We find the weaknesses, get rid of them.
Well, amazing fight, another entertaining one. Paul Ventimiglia still undefeated.
Thanks, Kenny.
Congrats. And still undefeated and entertaining is Will Bales. Unbelievable fight, man. You just gave Bite Force its toughest fight, in my opinion.
Bite Force flinched. he's not infallible.
What kind of intel did you get from that fight, man? Because you really gave him his toughest match, for sure.
Look, you know, we've got some issues with Hypershock, clearly. Namely, the wheel that's gone and the front wedge and some other bits. All the magic smoke. But we're feeling good. I mean, you got 3 minutes with Paul. That's saying something, man. You know, we got some kinks to figure out, but I'm feeling confident.
You guys are killing it. Still a winning record. Still entertaining. Well done, guys.
Thanks.
All right, Kenny, so here's the deal. Bite Force improves to 3-0. Very impressive, but 2 of the 3 wins, they have had to go the distance against Yeti and now Hypershock. Does that mean anything to you?
Listen, it's a sign that the bot builders are getting better. And again, when you're the champ, all eyes are on you. Everyone's watching tape. Everyone's going over to the pits and doing drive-bys and seeing where your vulnerabilities are. The problem is Paul Ventimiglia is doing the same thing, and he gets stronger because of it.
I know it's about wins and losses, but kudos to Hypershock and Will Bales. Listen, in past seasons, we didn't even know if they were going to show up in the box on time.
No,
I mean, it's that simple.
No, absolutely. You look at the level of competition that they've faced, they really have got their act together. Hypershock is a bot to watch. When I was interviewing Will, you got the sense that he was not just happy to be there and entertained. He was ticked off that he didn't get the win. He believed he was out there to really beat the defending world champion.
All right, a big picture here tonight. Hydra flipped Petunia out of the box on their way to a 3-0 record. Yeti keeps doing what Yeti does. And Valkyrie picked up a big win to move to 2-1. Jenny, what's the buzz back there in the pits?
Well, guys, honestly, everyone is shocked to see Bronco slip to 0-2 after losing that decision to Gary Jin. Now, they are in real danger of not making the tournament unless they turn things around.
Tonight was the tale of 2 flippers, Kenny. Bronco and Hydra. Which of those 2 is the bigger story in your opinion?
It's tough to say. Again, I don't think a lot of people would have predicted that Bronco would go 0-2. But as far as who is the best flipper right now, it's Hydra. And that's why they're my hardest working bot tonight, Chris. That flipper has been unstoppable through 3 fights this year, and I don't think there's a bot out there that can withstand Hydra the way they're launching bots all over the box. I'm just hoping we get to see a flip-off between Hydra and Bronco before the season's end.
Another fun evening for you, right, partner?
Oh, amazing matchmaking. Well done.
Yes, well done by the selection committee, as always. So for Jenny Taft, Farouk, my man Kenny Florian, I'm Chris Rose. We'll see you next time on BattleBots.